Hey guys, it's Layla. So I have something kind of wild to share with you today. A while back, right when season 9 of Gabby's Dollhouse was coming out, we filmed this special episode called Gabby's Period. It was supposed to be this really important episode where Gabby learns about growing up, and it was actually really cool. But the crazy part is it never aired. The producers decided to keep it a secret and didn't release it. They wanted to make sure it was handled in the right way for everyone watching. It was such a meaningful episode to work on, though, and I'll never forget it. I thought it would be fun to let you guys in on this little secret from behind the scenes. Isn't that cool? Okay, so before Gabby's Period was even in production, there was a lot of buzz around Netflix studios. I remember we had some really interesting conversations about how we could bring this kind of episode to life. The idea was to have Gabby experience something that's a big part of growing up for a lot of people, and they wanted to make sure it was handled with care. Behind the scenes, there were meetings with writers, producers, and even child development experts to figure out the best way to approach the topic. We went through a ton of drafts for the script, making sure it felt honest and relatable, but still had that playful Gabby's Dollhouse magic. I remember sitting with the writers, going over lines to make sure Gabby's reactions felt true to her character, curious, positive, and surrounded by support from her friends in the Dollhouse. The art and animation teams were also thinking about how to visualize everything in a way that made sense for the show. There were all these sketches and ideas floating around, but it had to blend with the bright and colorful vibe we all love about Gabby's world. It was such a collaborative effort, and you could feel how important the message was to everyone involved. Even though the episode didn't make it to air, just seeing everyone come together to work on something so meaningful was really special. After all the behind-the-scenes planning, things were moving forward pretty smoothly. The script was close to finalized, and we even started rehearsals. I remember feeling excited because it wasn't just another fun adventure. This episode had a real message. The cast and crew were all on board, and we were ready to bring this story to life. But then things started to shift. The producers had more discussions, and they were weighing whether this topic was right for Gabby's Dollhouse at that time. They really wanted to make sure that the tone and message would land the way they intended, especially with such a young audience. It was around that point when we were getting ready to start recording, but the mood shifted. There was talk about holding off, maybe revisiting it later, or changing the approach. I think they were worried about timing and how the audience would receive it. Finally, the decision came down that they were going to shelve the episode. No one was upset or anything. It was more like, let's wait and see if we want to bring this back later. The episode just kind of became a secret project, and everyone quietly moved on to the next storylines for the show. Layla gives a thoughtful smile, reflecting on the process. It was a little disappointing, but it's part of how things go sometimes. Even though it never aired, I'm proud of the work we did on it, and it was definitely a unique experience behind the scenes. So, months went by after the episode got shelved, and we had moved on to filming other seasons. I kind of forgot about it for a while, to be honest. But then one day, I was back at Netflix Studios for some other project, and I happened to wander into one of the storage rooms. You know, where they keep old props, costumes, and things like that. I was looking around, just curious, and then I spotted this unmarked VHS tape on one of the shelves. It was kind of dusty and didn't have a label, but something about it caught my eye. I had this gut feeling like, wait, could this be? So I snuck the tape out, found an old player, and decided to check it out. When I pressed play, there it was, the episode we had worked so hard on, the one that never saw the light of day. I couldn't believe it. It was like finding a hidden treasure from a project we thought had disappeared. Sitting there, I watched the entire thing from start to finish. It was surreal, seeing Gabby go through such a big moment that we'd all poured our hearts into. It felt like stepping back in time. I was alone, so no one knew I was watching, and I kept it quiet. But it was definitely one of those wow moments, realizing how close we were to releasing something so unique. Layla smiles, clearly still in awe of the discovery. The episode opens with the Netflix logo. Keiki appears on screen, joyfully sprinkling sugar over a cake with the words Netflix Original Series written on it. The theme song plays, and the usual characters appear one by one, dancing and smiling. Finally, it cuts to Gabby, holding her magical cat ears, beaming at the camera. Gabby: "Hey everyone, I'm so glad you're here. Today is extra special. I've got a big surprise for Pandy." She pauses, leaning in as if sharing a secret with the viewer. "Pandy's been such a good friend. I thought it was time he got his very own bedroom. And that's not all. There's someone new waiting to meet him too." Gabby clicks her cat ears, and the screen sparkles as she and the viewer shrink down into the dollhouse. The scene shifts to Pandy running up excitedly. Pandy paws. "Ooh, what's the surprise, Gabby? I love surprises." "Okay, Pandy, close your eyes." Pandy covers his eyes with his paws, bouncing up and down in excitement. Gabby leads him into a new room in the dollhouse. "All right, open your eyes." Pandy opens his eyes, gasping in awe as he sees his very own bedroom, soft pillows, a cozy bed, and Pandy-themed decorations everywhere. "No way. Is this all for me? This is pawsome." "Yup, this is your very own room, Pandy. But wait, there's more. I want you to meet someone really special." Gabby gestures toward the doorway, and in walks Pandlina, an emo-styled cat with dark fur, a cool, mysterious look, and a bit of an edge. "This is Pandlina. She's going to be your new partner in the dollhouse." Pandlina crosses her arms, looking cool but with a hint of a smile. "Hey, name's Pandlina. Don't expect me to be all cuddly or anything. But I guess we'll be hanging out." Pandy blinks, then grins wide. "Pandlina, you look so cool. I think we're gonna be great friends." Smirking slightly. "We'll see about that." Looks like things are about to get interesting in the dollhouse. Let's see what happens next. That keeps the focus on the introduction of Pandlina and the surprise for Pandy. Here's how the next part of the dialogue could go, with Keiki, Sally, Babybox, and Mercat joining in. As Gabby finishes introducing Pandlina, the scene transitions with a colorful sparkle. Suddenly, Keiki, Sally, Babybox, and Mercat all pop up on screen, excited to see what's going on. "Gabby, what's happening? We heard there's a surprise." Smiling and waving. "Hey Gabby, we came as soon as we could. What's going on?" "Ooh, I love surprises. Is it something crafty? Or maybe a new box?" Mercat, swimming gracefully in. "Hello, Gabby. I sensed something fantastic was happening." Smiling at all her friends. "Hey, everyone. You made it just in time. We just showed Pandy his brand new bedroom. And meet Pandlina, Pandy's new partner." Pandlina steps forward, arms crossed, giving a cool wave. "Hey, nice to meet you all. Don't get too excited, though." Giggling. Pandlina, you're gonna love it here. We have so much fun in the dollhouse." Babybox, bouncing happily. "Yeah, and we're all friends here, so there's always room for more." Playfully flicking her tail. "I'm sure we'll get along swimmingly." With a bright smile. "It's going to be great having you here, Pandlina. We can show you all around the dollhouse." Gabby, grinning at her friend's enthusiasm. "Looks like everyone's ready to make you feel at home, Pandlina." Pandlina smirks, still maintaining her cool exterior, but it's clear she's warming up to the group. This gives a friendly and upbeat introduction to the group, welcoming Pandlina into the dollhouse world, setting the stage for more interactions. Sure. Here's how the scene could continue with the group interacting and getting to know Pandlina better. The group gathers around Pandlina, who's still a bit reserved, but intrigued by the excitement. Gabby takes the lead, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "Okay, everyone, let's give Pandlina a tour of her new home. Who wants to go first?" Bouncing with energy. "I'll show her my bakery. We can bake all kinds of goodies together." Sally, clapping her hands together. "And I can take you to my craft corner. We can make all sorts of fun things." Babybox, wiggling with excitement. "I can show you how to build awesome things inside my box. It's like magic." Mercat, swimming in circles around them. "And I can show you the underwater area. We can have splash-tastic adventures." Pandlina raises an eyebrow, intrigued but trying to keep her cool demeanor. Sounds interesting. I guess I could try baking or crafting or whatever. Grinning widely. That's the spirit, Pandlina. Let's start with Keki's Bakery. Follow me. The group heads to Keki's Bakery with Gabby leading the way. Keki is bouncing alongside, eagerly talking about all the treats they can make. When we bake, we can sprinkle lots of fun toppings. You'll love it. What's your favorite treat? Thinking for a moment. I like cupcakes, I guess, but they have to be dark chocolate. Excitedly nodding. We can totally make dark chocolate cupcakes. I have just the recipe. As they reach the bakery, the colorful kitchen is filled with all sorts of baking supplies. The air is sweet with the scent of baked goods. Gazing around in wonder, look at all the colors and sprinkles, it's so vibrant here. Giggling as she twirls around, and so much fun. Let's get started. Pandlina takes a deep breath, looking at all the lively friends around her. She's still a bit guarded, but can't help feeling a bit more at ease. With a slight smile. All right, let's see what you've got, Keki. The camera zooms in on Keki's excited face as he starts pulling out ingredients, and the group begins the baking adventure, laughter filling the air. As the group settles into the bakery, the sounds of laughter and baking fill the air. Suddenly, Gabby's expression shifts as she hears a voice calling from outside the dollhouse. Yelling from outside, clearly upset. Gabby, are you in there? I can't believe you're ignoring me. Gabby glances at her friends, momentarily taken aback. Uh-oh, that sounds like Gabriel. I think she's mad at me. Pandlina raises an eyebrow, intrigued. Who's Gabriel? Is she another one of your friends? Frowning a little. Not exactly. She's my sister and she can be a bit intense. Keki and the others exchange glances, their excitement shifting to concern. Worriedly. Is she okay? Should we go see what's wrong? Nods, determination in her voice. Yeah, let's check it out. She's probably just feeling left out. The group makes their way to the entrance of the dollhouse, where they find Gabriel standing with crossed arms and a frown, her emo style evident with dark hair and a cool, edgy outfit. With an exasperated sigh. Finally! I've been calling you. What's the deal? You just ditching me for some new friends? Gabby steps forward, trying to smooth things over. No. It's not like that, Gabriel. I was going to tell you about everyone. This is Pandlina. She's Pandy's new partner. Gabriel glances at Pandlina, her expression softening slightly, but still holding a hint of skepticism. Crossing her arms. So, you're the new one in town? What makes you special? Pandlina, a bit taken aback, straightens up. Well, I guess I bring a little edge to the dollhouse, but I'm just here to hang out with Pandy and see what this place is all about. Gabriel raises an eyebrow, intrigued despite herself. With a hint of sarcasm, well, good luck with that. Just don't expect me to throw any glitter around. That's so not my vibe. Keki, wanting to lighten the mood, chimes in. Hey, we love all vibes here. More friends, more fun. Why don't you join us in baking? We're making dark chocolate cupcakes. Gabriel's expression shifts, her interest piqued. Reluctantly. Dark chocolate, huh? Well, I might be convinced, if it's not too bubbly in there. Smiling brightly. We promise it'll be super fun. You can even help decorate. Gabriel looks at Gabby, her expression softening further. Fine, but only because you're my sister and you owe me for not inviting me sooner. Gabby grins, relief flooding her face as she welcomes Gabriel into the dollhouse. Come on in. The more, the merrier. As they all head back into the bakery, the atmosphere begins to lighten, and the excitement of the baking adventure resumes, with everyone pitching in to create something special together. This scene helps to introduce Gabriel, exploring the dynamics between her and Gabby while incorporating Pandlina into the mix. As they all settle back into the bakery, Gabriel turns her attention to Gabby with a serious expression. Crossing her arms again, Gabby, you're growing up. You should totally stop with all this dollhouse stuff. It's kind of childish. Gabby pauses, glancing at her sister with a look of confusion, processing the comment. furrowing her brow. What do you mean? This is who I am. The dollhouse is my home and my friends. I love it. Gabriel shrugs, a hint of annoyance creeping into her tone. I just think you should focus on more grown-up things. Move on from the whole magic and kitties phase. At this, Gabby's expression shifts from confusion to irritation, her voice rising slightly. Grown-up things? Gabriel, I can be myself no matter how old I get. Just because you don't understand the fun we have doesn't mean it's not important to me. The other characters look on, surprised at the sudden tension, raising an eyebrow at Gabriel. You might want to be careful, sis. Sounds like you're stepping into a territory you don't want to be in. Gabriel rolls her eyes, but there's a hint of uncertainty in her stance, with a dismissive wave. Whatever. I just don't get why you're so attached to all this. Crossing her arms defiantly. Maybe because it's not just stuff to me, Gabriel. It's about friendship, creativity, and joy. You might think you're too cool for this, but I love it, and I won't stop just because you say so. Gabriel opens her mouth to retort, but seems to reconsider. The tension hangs in the air for a moment, trying to diffuse the situation. Hey, how about we all focus on the cupcakes? They're gonna be delicious. We can even make some with dark chocolate for you, Gabriel. Gabby takes a deep breath, trying to regain her composure as she glances at Keiki, grateful for the interruption. Softening slightly. Yeah, let's just bake. We can all enjoy it together, right? Gabriel, still a bit defensive, but now slightly more open. Fine, but I'm only here for the dark chocolate. Don't expect me to go all bubbly about it. The group begins to gather around the baking station again, the tension easing just a little as they prepare to create something delicious together. As they start gathering ingredients, Gabby can't shake off Gabriel's words. She stands for a moment, staring at the baking supplies, lost in thought. The cheerful chatter of her friends surrounds her, but her mind is elsewhere. Gabby thinks to herself, am I really growing up? Should I be doing something different? But I love the dollhouse. It's where I can be myself. Why can't Gabriel see that? Keiki notices Gabby's silence and nudges her gently. Hey, Gabby, are you okay? You look a little spaced out. Gabby snaps back to the present, forcing a smile. Yeah, I'm fine. Just thinking about what Gabriel said. Mercat swims closer, concern in her eyes. Gabby, it's okay to grow and change, but you can also hold on to what makes you happy. The dollhouse is special because of you. Sally nods agreement, her voice encouraging. Exactly. You can be both. Grow up and still love your adventures in the dollhouse. It's part of who you are. Panlina, leaning against the counter with a cool demeanor, chimes in unexpectedly. Honestly, if the dollhouse makes you happy, who cares what anyone else thinks? Everyone has their thing. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about it. Gabby feels a wave of reassurance wash over her as her friends rally around her. With newfound determination. You're right. The dollhouse is where I can be creative and have fun. I won't let anyone take that away from me, not even Gabriel. The group exchanges supportive smiles, and the atmosphere in the bakery shifts back to excitement as they prepare to bake. Keiki, cheerfully grabbing flour and sugar. All right, let's whip up some dark chocolate cupcakes. Who's ready to sprinkle some magic? Gabby brightens up, feeling the warmth of her friends around her. Let's do it. Cupcake magic. Here we come. As the group gets back to work, Gabby finds herself smiling again, ready to create something special with her friends, the weight of Gabriel's words beginning to fade away. The scene transitions into a lively montage, filled with upbeat music and laughter, as Gabby and her friends dive into the cupcake-making adventure. The camera captures the joyful chaos in the bakery, as they all contribute to the process. First, Gabby scoops flour into a mixing bowl, grinning as she makes a bit of a mess, powder puffing into the air. Gabby, whoops, looks like we're starting with a flour explosion. Next, Keiki pours in a generous amount of sugar, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Sweetness overload coming right up. The camera zooms in on Sally, who is carefully cracking eggs, her concentration fierce. She glances up, smiling brightly. Excellent teamwork, everyone. Pandalina stands to the side, mixing cocoa powder into a bowl with a sly smile. Dark chocolate is the best. Just wait until you taste these. Mercat swims through the air, her tail flicking playfully as she sprinkles colorful toppings into the mixture. Add a splash of fun. We need it to be fantastic. The montage continues with quick cuts showing each character engaged in various tasks. Baby Box stacking ingredients, Gabriel rolling her eyes but secretly enjoying the process as she helps decorate, and everyone laughing as flour and sprinkles fly around. In one moment, Gabby and Keiki are working side by side, and Keiki accidentally tips the flour bag too far, causing a mini cloud to envelop them. Keiki, laughing, his face covered in flour. Looks like we're part of the batter now. Gabby giggles, wiping flour off her own face as she grabs a whisk. More like part of the fun. As the cupcakes bake in the oven, the group gathers around, setting up a decorating station filled with colorful icing, sprinkles, and toppings. The aroma of baked goods fills the air, creating an inviting atmosphere. Finally, the timer dings, and the friends rush to the oven, pulling out a tray of beautifully baked dark chocolate cupcakes. Everyone cheers as they admire their creations. Gabby, with wide eyes. Look at these. They turned out amazing. Pandalina smirks, eyeing the cupcakes with a hint of pride. Not bad for a bunch of kiddies in a bakery. Gabriel steps forward, surprising everyone as she grabs a cupcake and takes a bite, her expression shifting from indifference to delight. Okay, I'll admit it. These are actually really good. Everyone laughs, and the mood lightens even more as they start to decorate the cupcakes together, layering icing and adding sprinkles. The montage wraps up with shots of everyone laughing, frosting cupcakes, and enjoying the delicious creations they made, showcasing the vibrant and joyful spirit of their friendship. As the camera pans out, Gabby looks around at her friends, feeling grateful and happy. Gabby. This was the best baking adventure ever. The screen fades out with the group posing together with their decorated cupcakes, all smiles and joy. The scene shifts as the montage concludes, and the bakery is filled with the delicious aroma of freshly baked cupcakes. Gabby and her friends gather around a colorful table set up with their decorated creations, their faces beaming with excitement, beaming with pride. Okay, everyone, the moment we've been waiting for. Let's taste our dark chocolate masterpieces. The group eagerly grabs their cupcakes, each one uniquely decorated with colorful icing and sprinkles. Keiki, holding up his cupcake, here's to cupcake magic and sweet adventures. They all raise their cupcakes in a toast before taking a big bite. The moment is filled with laughter as everyone savors the flavors, eyes widening in delight. Wow, these are so rich and chocolatey. I love it. Swimming in circles, her cupcake almost wobbling in her grasp. This is fantastic. We should have baking adventures every day. Pandalina takes a moment to enjoy her cupcake, her cool demeanor softening as she smiles. With a mouthful of cupcake. Okay, I see the appeal. This is actually pretty good. Gabriel, still chewing, nods in agreement. After swallowing. Yeah, I guess I can tolerate this dollhouse stuff as long as there's chocolate involved. The friends burst into laughter at Gabriel's begrudging acceptance, and Gabby can't help but feel a warm sense of joy. With a grin, see, it's all about finding the fun in what we love. As they continue to eat and chat, the camera pans around the table, capturing snippets of conversation filled with giggles and joy. Baby Box, excitedly, next time, we should try making rainbow cupcakes, or maybe a giant cupcake, nodding enthusiastically. And I could make a cake that's even bigger. We could decorate it together. Gabby smiles, feeling more connected to her friends and embracing the spirit of creativity and fun. Gabby, absolutely, we can make any flavor we want. The possibilities are endless. As they finish their cupcakes, the group begins to playfully argue over who made the best cupcake and what flavor they should try next. Laughter fills the air as they enjoy each other's company, the earlier tension between Gabby and Gabriel all but forgotten. Gabby glances at Gabriel, who is now smiling and engaging in the playful banter, and her heart feels lighter. Gabby, softly to herself, maybe it's okay to grow up and still hold on to what I love. The camera pulls back, showcasing the vibrant scene of friendship, laughter, and creativity as they continue to share ideas and enjoy their time together in the dollhouse. The scene transitions to nighttime, with the soft glow of the moon filtering through Gabby's bedroom window. The room is cozy, decorated with colorful pillows, fairy lights, and stuffed animals. But Gabby tosses and turns in her bed, unable to find a comfortable position. Gabby's thoughts race as she stares at the ceiling, replaying the events of the day. Despite the fun she had baking with her friends, Gabriel's words echo in her mind. Gabby thinks to herself, what if she's right? Am I too old for the dollhouse? Should I be doing something else? She turns to her side, glancing at a small shelf filled with dollhouse memorabilia, photos of her and her friends, drawings of cupcakes, and her favorite toys. A pang of nostalgia washes over her. Gabby sits up, swinging her legs over the side of the bed and rubbing her eyes tiredly. She lets out a sigh, feeling a mix of frustration and uncertainty. Softly, to herself, I just want to be myself, but what does that mean if I'm growing up? Gabby looks out the window at the starry sky, the moonlight casting a serene glow in her room. She remembers the joy of her adventures in the dollhouse and the laughter shared with her friends. Suddenly, she feels a spark of inspiration. Gabby stands up, determined to figure things out. Gabby, to herself, more resolute now. Maybe I can be both. I can grow up and still love the dollhouse. I just need to find a way to combine them. She tiptoes over to her desk, pulling out a sketchbook filled with ideas for new adventures in the dollhouse, alongside plans for older-themed activities that could appeal to her and Gabriel's interests. As she flips through the pages, an idea strikes her. Gabby's eyes light up as she begins to sketch a new adventure concept, a mix of creativity and fun that would be perfect for her friends, including Gabriel. Gabby, excitedly talking to herself. What if we have a grown-up dollhouse theme? We can still have fun while trying new things. I could invite everyone to join. Her heart races as she gets more into her idea, the earlier doubts fading as she pours her creativity onto the pages. Just as she's getting into it, there's a gentle knock on her bedroom door. It creaks open, revealing her sister, Gabriel, who looks slightly hesitant but curious. Gabriel, hey Gabby, you still awake? Gabby quickly hides her sketches behind her back, not wanting Gabriel to see her deep in thought. Trying to sound casual. Just thinking about some stuff. Gabriel steps inside, her demeanor softening as she sees Gabby's focused expression. With a sigh, I didn't mean to upset you earlier. I was just trying to look out for you, I guess. Gabby pauses, contemplating her sister's words. She smiles, grateful for Gabriel's honesty. I know, Gabriel, I appreciate it, but I think I can have both, growing up and still enjoying my adventures in the dollhouse. It's important to me. Gabriel nods, her arms crossed as she looks around Gabby's room, thoughtfully. Maybe there's a way we can mix it up. I mean, it might be fun to explore things together, you know? Gabby's eyes widen with excitement as she uncovers her sketches, revealing her ideas for a grown-up dollhouse theme. Exactly. Look at this. We could have more creative themes, and it could include everyone. What do you think? Gabriel leans in to look, her interest piqued as she examines Gabby's plans. With a smirk. Okay, I admit it. This is pretty cool. You know, maybe I've been too hard on you about the dollhouse. Gabby grins, her heart feeling lighter as she feels a sense of understanding growing between them. Can we work on it together? I'd love your input. Gabriel smiles, the tension easing as she nods. Sure, let's make it the best dollhouse adventure yet. As Gabby and Gabriel excitedly brainstorm their ideas, Gabby suddenly feels a sharp pinch of pain in her stomach. She pauses, her brow furrowing in confusion, wincing slightly. Ouch! What was that? Gabriel notices her discomfort and frowns, concerned. Are you okay? You look a little pale. Gabby takes a deep breath, trying to shake off the sudden wave of discomfort. But then she feels another pinch, followed by a surprising warmth spreading across her pants. Her eyes widen in realization. Gabby, panicking slightly. Oh no, this can't be happening. Gabriel's expression shifts from concern to confusion as she notices Gabby's distress. Rushing over. What's wrong? Gabby, what happened? Gabby stands frozen for a moment, feeling embarrassed and unsure of how to explain, stammering. I might have peed a little. Gabriel's eyes widen in surprise, but then she quickly softens, her concern growing. Oh, Gabby, it's okay. Accidents happen. Let's get you cleaned up. Gabby looks down at her wet pants, feeling a mix of embarrassment and discomfort. Feeling tears prick at her eyes. But I'm too old for this. What if Mom finds out? Gabriel kneels beside her, reassuringly putting a hand on Gabby's shoulder. Gently. Listen, it's just us here. We'll handle it together. I'll help you get cleaned up, and I promise I won't tell anyone. Gabby nods slowly, feeling a little comforted by Gabriel's support, even amidst her embarrassment. Gabby, wiping her eyes. Thanks, Gabriel. I didn't mean for this to happen. Gabriel stands up, her tone lightening as she tries to ease the tension. Come on, let's get you some clean clothes. You'll feel better in no time, and we can get back to planning our grown-up dollhouse adventure. Gabby manages a small smile, grateful for her sister's kindness as she follows her out of the room. The scene shifts to the bathroom, where Gabriel helps Gabby find fresh clothes and a towel. They share a light moment, easing the earlier tension. Handing Gabby a towel. See? Easy peasy. And after this, we can make our adventure even more epic. Gabby chuckles softly, feeling a little lighter, as she realizes that with Gabriel by her side, she can face anything, even unexpected mishaps. Gabby? Okay, let's do this. Thanks for being here for me. The two sisters exchange smiles, united as they navigate this little setback together, their bond growing even stronger. As Gabby finishes changing into fresh clothes, she and Gabriel sit on the edge of the bathtub. The earlier embarrassment has faded, replaced by a sense of camaraderie. However, Gabriel still seems to have something on her mind. Gabriel, taking a deep breath, her expression serious. Gabby, there's something I need to tell you. Gabby looks at her sister, curiosity piqued, but also a bit apprehensive. Softly. What is it? Gabriel hesitates for a moment, searching for the right words. Finally, she continues. Gently? What happened earlier? It's actually pretty common when you're going through puberty. I think you might have gotten your first period. Gabby's eyes widen in shock, the reality of Gabriel's words sinking in disbelief. My period? But I thought that only happens when you're older. I wasn't ready for this. Gabriel nods, understanding the whirlwind of emotions Gabby is experiencing. I know it can feel overwhelming, but it's a normal part of growing up. Every girl goes through it, and it means your body is changing. It's okay to feel confused or scared. Gabby processes this new information, feeling a mix of fear and uncertainty. With a shaky voice. But what do I do now? I don't want to deal with this. It's so embarrassing. Gabriel places a reassuring hand on Gabby's knee. Calmly, it's totally normal to feel that way, but I promise it gets easier. I can help you figure it out. You just need the right supplies, and I can show you how to take care of it. Gabby looks at her sister, the fear in her eyes slowly being replaced by trust. Softly, you really think it will get easier? Smiling gently. Absolutely. Plus, you'll have a new adventure to add to the dollhouse. You're not alone in this. I'm here for you. Gabby nods, feeling grateful for Gabriel's support as she takes a deep breath, trying to embrace this new chapter of her life. Navigate this new phase of life together. The scene fades out as they begin discussing ideas for how to make their new adventure inclusive and fun, showcasing the importance of family and friendship during life's changes. As the scene fades to black, the screen shows the words, "To be continued," in bright, colorful letters, before the screen goes completely dark. A soft chime plays in the background, signaling the end of part 1 of the special. The camera cuts back to me, sitting in a cozy chair with a thoughtful expression. ready to share my thoughts on the episode so far. Wow, so that was part one of the scrapped Gabby's Dollhouse special. I have to admit, it took me by surprise, especially with the shift in tone and the way it tackles such a big milestone for Gabby. I think the writers really wanted to explore growing up in a more honest and relatable way, especially through her relationship with her sister Gabriel. I paused for a moment, reflecting on the episode's journey. I love how the episode shows Gabby navigating this confusing time, but still holding on to the joy and creativity that the dollhouse brings her. It's a really thoughtful balance between the fun we're used to and a more personal, real-life experience. Gabriel's role in this episode really stood out too. She's tough, but you can tell she cares deeply about Gabby, and that sibling dynamic adds a lot of depth to the story. I smile, remembering the lighter moments. And of course, the cupcake scene was classic Gabby's Dollhouse. So much fun and laughter. It really brings back that sense of playfulness. But then, when it shifted to Gabby starting to deal with her period, the tone changed in such a natural way. It didn't feel forced, which I think is important for a topic like this. The way it was handled with Gabriel's guidance was really sweet. I glanced back at the screen, as if the story is still unfolding in my mind. Part 1 sets up so much. We see Gabby's inner struggle. She's growing up, but she still wants to hold on to the magic of her dollhouse world. I can't wait to see how Part 2 resolves all of this, and how Gabby learns to balance growing up with staying true to herself.